That being said, Gayton, jumping on the bandwagon for political points, let me return the favor for you, This is what you said in 2024 at the Biz News conference.
I was probably the biggest racist you can ever find. I hated white people with a passion, but I had to decaffeinate myself. Because I thought white people just see me as a kafir. When they speak, they see a kafir. I thought that, and I had to decaffeinate myself from that thinking.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well done, Gayton. So I see Gayton Mackenzie as the latest racist in South Africa. So a lot of people have now published posts from him on social media in which he uses the K word non-stop. And then, what came back to me is obviously I had my incident last year in 2024, which somebody used the video from 2010, completely used it out of context, and then mainstream media and social media went after me. And then, Gayton Mackenzie also jumped on that bandwagon, and he said, I was wrong about Ronaldo Gous and would like to apologize. Someone very close to him confirmed that he hates black people still and sent us his racist video. Not sure where I hate black people, but once again, Gayton Mackenzie jumping on the bandwagon to cancel somebody. He goes on to say, I apologize again for coming up for him. I should have kept my ideas of redemption to people that are truly remorseful. Alright, so with that being said, Gayton, jumping on the bandwagon for political points, let me return the favor for you, This is what you said in 2024 at the Biz News conference.
I was probably the biggest racist you can ever find. I hated white people with a passion, but I had to decaffeinate myself. Because I thought white people just see me as a kafir. When they speak, they see a kafir. I thought that, and I had to decaffeinate myself from that thinking.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well,
Mr. Gayton Mackenzie to the... Now, Action SA has reported Sport Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by Mackenzie have resurfaced. Now, the posts contain several racial slurs. And Action SA says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations about its ability to deal with the matter. Several other political parties, including the EFF and ATM, have called for Mackenzie's removal. Now, Action SA has reported Sport Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by Mackenzie have resurfaced. Now, the posts contain several racial slurs. And Action SA says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations about its ability to deal with the matter. Several other political parties, including the EFF and ATM, have called for Mackenzie's removal. Now, Action SA has reported Sport Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by Mackenzie have resurfaced. Now, the posts contain several racial slurs. And Action SA says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations about its ability to deal with the matter. Several other political parties, including the EFF and ATM, have called for Mackenzie's removal. Now, Action SA has reported Sport Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged Racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by Mackenzie have resurfaced. Now, the posts contain several racial slurs. And action is A says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations about its ability to deal with the matter. Several other political parties, including the EFF and ATM, have called for Mackenzie's removal. Now, Action SA has reported Sport Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the SA Human Rights Commission for alleged racial remarks. Previous social media comments reportedly by Mackenzie have resurfaced. Now, the posts contain several racial slurs. And Action SA says those remarks serve to degrade and dehumanize black South Africans. Despite laying a complaint with the SA Human Rights Commission, the party says it has reservations.
The receipt that it's not raining, it's pouring right now in the Patriotic Alliance. Gayton Mackenzie is in hot water. Before we get right into it, I want to read you guys the tweets, the receipt that people are fetching of him. Hey, the question is, are we going to have such a minister? Do we want to have this kind of leader? Like in our country right now. Let's read these tweets first. So these are Gayton Mackenzie's tweets. So he says here on the first one, Ekafa's sole ambition is to collect a certain number of cattle to buy a wife with. Uti, a certain ambition, a sole ambition of a kafir of umdomnyama is to collecting inkomo. After collecting inkomo, athenge umfazi, and then kuphele ngaye. Then his second tweet is replying to someone. He says, when we colored say kafir, it's the same as when we call each other colored bushi or Indian coolie, purely descriptive. So uti, when I'm a kaladi, esithi kafir, it's not I took ilonto. It's like calling another colored bushi. But Gayton Mackenzie is the same person today who's defending coloureds from black people, black kids who said something about coloured people. Yeah, now when he was confronted about it, he said it was just descriptive. When a coloured can't be racist towards a black person, it's descriptive. Today he is crying racist of what black kids said about coloured people. Yeah, Eva? Then he says here, words like tenderpreneur and black diamond basically just describe you as a better kafir. Then he says words like black diamond basically means you are a better kafir. Stop naming and giving nonsensical titles to blacks. Kuchoban, the same Gayton Mackenzie. I definitely want to include this tweet as well, where he says that Herman Mashaba's action and posture towards foreigners is typically that of someone who played no part in the struggle. Gayton Mackenzie, the Gayton Mackenzie today who says, abahambe. These are the stance he once held. Gayton Mackenzie did what? He just wanted votes. So he also tweeted this morning and said, the whole campaign to find something racist I ever said is hilarious because you have now gone 13 years back and can't bring out the one racist thing I ever said. I always and still fight that colors and blacks are one people. Being treated differently is mistaken. Kuchobani, says Gayton. Then there is this tweet that I almost missed. He says that F you all. That says all whites are racist. In the event of a fire, there are some whites I will save before I save some blacks, says Gayton Mackenzie. Now let's quickly look at the comments. I'm interested in Maibuye's comments. So Maibuye comments and says, Minister Gayton, this issue isn't whether someone can dig up something you said 13 years ago. It's about what you say now and the impact those words have today. You can't claim to see colors and black as one people while making statements that divide or diminish the experience of either group. Fighting for unity means using language that heals and builds trust, not one that reopens wounds or fuels suspicion or that fuels suspicion. True leadership is measured by consistency, not by selective memory. Then Unikutiap, I would switch off my phone if I was you tonight, which I said the same thing. I said, you shouldn't be tweeting right now. Enjoy wine and some jazz. Watch the night sky because it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's not raining, it's pouring right now in the
Mackenzie to the tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. Oh my God. So quick. Anyway, so Action SA has reported Minister Gayton Mackenzie to the Human Rights Commission for racist social media posts. I want to talk about this politicizing this whole situation. Why are political parties entering at the... Go solve other problems. There's way more serious problems. Us as people will solve Gayton Mackenzie. We wanna go solve other problems. Hey, tables.
You've heard the man. He's very angry, furious, Mr. Gayton Mackenzie. We are all angry. We cannot discriminate against one another. So I decided to write a letter to Mr. Mackenzie, and I said to him that now I believe in the Bible. I wrote a letter to Mr. Gayton Mackenzie. I said, Gayton Mackenzie is not disciplining the young people of the podcast, from the podcast, but he seeks to destroy them. While it is wrong what they did, I do agree, and I don't agree with what they did. I don't condone what they did. It is completely, totally wrong. That is why, hence I say, we need to discipline them. So the letter I wrote to the guy, I said, we need to discipline them. But I learned something from the whole saga. We are divided. I learned that we are divided as South Africans. We are very, very much divided. We have colored people aside, uniting each other, and we have on the other side we have black people uniting. Though we all see the wrong, but now the wrong of these podcasters involves everybody. Just everybody. because I've read the comments on numerous podcasts and pages. There are some people who are just now bringing up stuff. There are some people who are now telling us how much colored people are the first people in this country. And I was like, how? Just tell me how. How is it that colored people are the first, whereas colored people only happened when we met with their forefathers, white people, or their foremothers? I don't know. That when we met with them sexually, that is where colored people came. So I don't understand how. No, they're talking about the Khoisan. And I think it's a hypocrisy because Khoisan are different people, colored are other people. They are not the same. They are not. Colored people like Trevor Noah, for instance, it happened because of the white guy from overseas and a Xhosa mother from Eastern Cape. That's where Trevor Noah came. I remember my previous boss, Indian boss, used to say to me, she said, you know that God created all of us except colored people. We created colored people. I don't know. Allegedly, he said that. I don't know if that is a truth. But what I know is that there were no colored people. They are the mixed race. Before them, these two races come together, they non-existed. But Khoisan existed. So there is a difference between Khoisan and colored people. In my own context and in my own sentiment, I don't think there could be a problem if they maybe think that they are related, but with DNA, they are not related. So I just, the letter continues that I think the podcasters were rude. I said that to him. I said, I believe that those podcasters, young ones, were rude, and that I do believe that they must be disciplined. They must account, but we cannot afford to destroy them because they've made a mistake, an error. They did not kill anyone, so we cannot afford to destroy them. What puzzles me is that Gayton Mackenzie is very, very angry. He took it personal. I do understand why. Because he's colored. Yes. But now he went to take PA, which was voted by black people as well. He take the resources of the PA and use them against black people. So that tells you something, that Gayton Mackenzie should have let maybe colored activists to handle the issue. And they need to be disciplined and be corrected, those youngsters. We can never afford to destroy them in their error unless they continue in error. Unless what? They continue. PA president should not have let PA president should have let others within the community, colored community, to handle this matter, because it makes it look like it makes him, even himself, to look bad. It even makes the PA look bad. Reason being, because if you take the resources that are for black people and everybody, white people, like PA, and use it for only certain, for white people, for colored people, that you did not use it for Kwekwe, you did not use it for those people who are fed to pigs, but you're only using your system, these resources are to colored people, which means there's a favoritism. That is why I said this PA is for colored now, because it shouldn't have involved PA. Now they are for colored. It's only for colored people. I'm sorry.
And behind the brand alignment, there's a guy called Usihle. So Kelvin and Sihle were the guys that made this thing happen, and God sealed it. Amen.